Hi, I'm Kristin Osborn and I'm the lymphologist here at Newcastle Lymphoedema Clinic. Today I'd like to introduce you to the Reid sleeve compression garment. The Reid sleeve compression garment comes in a half leg, a full leg, a foot and a full arm and hand gauntlet as well. The Reid sleeve compression garment is good for diabetics as it aids in the prevention of leg ulcerations or heals them really quickly, helps with lymphedemics, helps soften fibrous tissue, helps break it down, gets the lymph moving. Also good for lipedemics as normal compression garments can cut into the leg, and lipedemics it can be quite painful as well. So due to the nice soft lining of the Reid sleeve garment, then that helps for lipedemics. This is the only garment that's actually used in palliative care as well, as traditional compression garments cut into the limb, and bandaging also cuts into the thinned tissue of the limb. So this is good for them as well. What I'd like to do today is show you how to put it on and off, and also some of the benefits for that. So it's quite easy to apply. As you can see, we're going to demonstrate here. So we simply open the garment up. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but they're the highs and lows. Highs and lows are the things that break the tissue, the hardened tissue down, and the highs gives the lymph a channel to run. This is the unique lining of the Reid sleeve garment. You'll notice too, when patients have worn it, they should actually have the little dots on their limbs, and you can see that on the website as well. This is to know that it's on for the correct amount of firmness. So we simply open the garment up, and we simply just secure it like that. There's Velcro there, as you can see, and we secure it like that. So what I normally do is, at this stage here, see if it pulls on or pulls off with ease, which it does. Then we get the Velcro tabs, pop them in the little things, and we just simply do it up like this in the initial stages. I have a case study of this on my website, and we'll be putting another case study on there too shortly with a diabetic foot. I've been using these garments for about 6 years, never had a problem with them. They're so well made. Now what we want to do, this shiny bit here, we want to put to the inside of the leg. So that way when the other limb rubs against it, it's nice and shiny. So we've got that there, we've got that on there. Right, now what we do is we simply do it up. Now as with bandaging, we always tighten more down at the bottom and ease our way off as we come to the top. Now these garments also come, there we go, it's on. These garments also come with a stockinette, and as with bandaging, I always like to put some cream on first, put the stockinette on, and then put the Reid sleeve garment on. With the stockinette, it's easy to wash. These are alright to wash, but the stockinette is much easier to wash, so we always put that on underneath the garment. So that's how we put the Reid sleeve on. To do it up, to undo it, simply do that. And we slip the garment back off again. Easy peasy. Not rocket science here. Now when we're measuring for these garments too, because yes, it's a custom made garment, however in normal compression garments we need to take every 10 centimetre measurements. With the Reid sleeve, because it is adjustable, it goes with the, when you swell more in summer, we can adjust it back. When you don't swell more in winter or less in winter, then we can really do it up a little bit tighter. So we only need, for a half leg, we only need a measurement of an ankle and the circumference of the thickest part of the calf. For the foot, we need the instep, the thickest part of the instep and the ankle. And for the full leg garment, we just need the thickest part of the thigh. Now I was going to say too, with the full leg garment, if it doesn't fit all the way into the groin, then that's okay. because what we don't want is it to go right into the groin and be quite tight. In other garments, what happens with that is we can then fill up in the truncal zone and also in the genitalia. So if it sits about down here on the thigh, then that's perfect. Also too, what I get questions about is if it doesn't actually attach over and overlap there. That's perfectly fine too, because what we find is with the use of it, then patients are able to see that their swelling's gone down and they'll be able to do that up. So that's not a problem either if we start to see things like that. Okay? Now I'm going to show you how we put a foot one on. Here's my foot one here, and this is how it comes. Okay, so we undo it. Just like that. So we always undo the garments, fully undo the garments. Now what we do is we put the heel in there, bring that over. So there's two Velcro spots here. So we bring that and pop it over like that. And yeah, that's attached. There, like that. We get the compression by pulling that over like that and then taking that over the top like that. Now I always advise that if you get swelling in the foot and the leg to buy a foot garment and a leg garment. Some lipodemics don't get swelling in the feet, so a leg garment is sufficient for lipodemics and sometimes diabetics as well. But if you get swelling in the foot, you'll need a foot garment. Okay, it always happens. People buy the legs and realise then they have to buy the foot. So that's what I always do first. Now to wash these, they're really quite simple to wash as well. You simply put them, soak them in some wool mix or something like that, and then simply air them out on an airing rack. You can spin them in the washing machine as well. Now I'll show you the arm garment. This is an arm garment, comes with the built-in hand gauntlet as well. So this is already adjusted for me, so it should slide on. Once again, we should have some cream on, then our stockinette, and then we do it up. Now my hand's poking out, that's perfectly fine if it pokes out, or I can simply bring it down a little bit to cover that hand. Once again, we tighten up from the lower area upwards. Because once again, when we get to the top, we don't want the top to be strangling our arm. This gives a natural flow into the auxiliary area. And you can see that it is quite bendy as well. So a lot of people do things with these on. The only things you can't do with the Reid sleeve garment on is exercise. So it must be taken off to exercise. Now with these garments as well, the best time to wear them, I think, is at night time. It's the time when our body rests, and it's the time when we can get the best use out of the garments as well. So a minimum of 4 hours they need to be worn a day, but I always say night time is fine, and then during the day you can wear your normal compression garments. Also at night time, the beauty of the arm garment too, as well as the leg as well, is that we've got elevation in bed. So while we're in bed, our arm's a little bit elevated. It also stops patients from rolling onto the limb and causing further damage to the limb. So that's always a bonus when we're sleeping with the Reid sleeve on. And I find that particularly with arm garments. Now these are health fund rebatable as well. Each health fund is different, so I won't go into what health fund rebate will be. I'll leave that up to you, and I always encourage you to find out through your health fund how much you will get back. But these are exceptionally made. The lifespan on these have been recorded at 15 to 20 years. And usually I always say buy one garment, particularly with a leg, and alternate if budget's a problem for you. And most of my patients do that, and they're quite fine. It does replace nighttime bandaging, and I suppose that's the best thing about this garment. but it does not replace normal complex decongestive therapy performed by your therapist. So that's a must to keep going back. Basically, it's like taking your therapist home with you of a daytime or a nighttime, but continued treatments are highly recommended. Okay, I think that's all we needed to say about the Reid sleeve today. I hope this is a clear understanding on how to put them on, put them off, and what we have to offer. And I look forward to talking to you if you have any further questions or anything like that through my website www.newlymphclinic.com.au and I'll be the one talking to you. Thank you. Bye.